We are all connected to our families, our coworkers, our customers, and communities. By caring for each other and staying safe and healthy, we can have more, a more secure future, and a better world in which to live, work, and play. Harsco's vision is zero harm. Zero harm begins with safety, preventing injuries at all our work sites. We're setting standards, sharing best practices, auditing performance, and developing action plans. We should all go home in the same condition we arrived: safe, secure, zero harm. We work in challenging environments: noise, heat, fumes, and chemicals. Protecting worker health means constant monitoring and quick remediation. We watch for heat stress, exposure, and noise. We educate employees, insist on protection, and act immediately, managing risk to achieve zero harm. Good health makes a difference in every relationship we have. Healthy minds and bodies let us do more for our families and communities. Because when we care for ourselves, we care for those who depend on us. Wellness starts with making healthy choices. The Earth is our partner. We depend on its resources, but everything we do has an impact. That's why we work with customers to improve sustainability. We turn mill waste streams into fertilizer, carbon monoxide into ethanol. We're reducing energy consumption and expanding our recycling. Our actions today preserve resources for generations to come. Our people are our greatest asset, our Earth, our greatest treasure. The key to preserving it all is zero harm. Around the world, our customers, communities, colleagues, and families can count on Harsco as a partner in safety. Zero harm, the foundation of our culture, adds value to our lives and helps us live, work, and play in a better, safer world.
Here at Harsco Industrial Patterson-Kelley, we believe wholeheartedly in zero harm. This is exemplified through the countless awards we have received recognizing the power of zero. While employed here, we expect you to uphold these values of safety. All contractors and truck drivers must follow check-in procedure. Once you have signed in, you will be provided a visitor's badge and a map of the facility. When you have finished check-in procedure, you are ready to contact your Patterson-Kelley host. When entering the factory, all contractors and truck drivers must be wearing proper protective equipment, also known as PPE. This includes, but is not limited to, safety glasses, safety-toed shoes, and long pants. You may also be required to wear hard hats or bump caps. For your own safety, pedestrians must be aware of forklift operations. Safe lanes are designated by yellow lines on the floor. Forklifts always have the right-of-way, so it is always important to look both ways and not come out of hidden areas. The proper safe zone is to maintain a 3-foot perimeter around the forklift at all times. And always remember that cell phones are not allowed out on the manufacturing floor. The most common use for the forklift is the loading and unloading procedure. The exterior loading dock consists of 4 bays which grant outside access. Bays 1 through 3 are specifically for 18-wheelers, and Bay 4 is for all local small deliveries. Bays 2 through 4 are equipped with lockdown bay doors, and Bay 1 requires drivers to chalk their tires. After the verification process is complete and the truck is secured to the loading bay, drivers must remain in the green safe zone for their own safety. Remember to watch for the truck status lights. Green means that the truck is properly secured and ready to be unloaded, while red means it is not yet safe to unload the truck. If you are to enter the truck for any reason, you must apply the safety barrier. This will signal to the forklift driver that the cargo bay is not ready to be unloaded. Communication is essential in maintaining a high level of safety. In the event of a chemical delivery, all chemicals in the factory must be handled with extreme caution. Located around the manufacturing floor are code scanners where you can look up chemicals straight from your phone. We also have the MSDS online catalog, which serves the same purpose. In case of a spill emergency, trigger the loading dock e-stop alert and notify a Patterson-Kelley employee. There are attack bags located around the manufacturing floor that are used specifically for hazardous spills. Another important factor is first aid. If anything should go wrong, make sure to report all safety issues or injuries immediately. Find one of the first aid lists located on the manufacturing floor and contact a first aid responder. They will be able to record the incident and treat the injury promptly. When working around blood, use universal precautions to protect yourself from blood-borne pathogen contamination. If there is an emergency in the factory that requires immediate attention, the alarm will sound. This means to immediately stop what you're doing and evacuate the building. If this is the case, make your way to one of the emergency exits into the nearest assembly area. Don't forget to check in so that we know everyone is safe and accounted for. All contractors must fill out the appropriate Toolbox Talk paperwork, including the Toolbox Talk form and inspection form. There will be a work area inspection where someone will come to monitor the contractor's work to make sure they are doing what was agreed upon and using proper attire, designated work area, and non-hazardous materials. If there is misconduct on the contractor's part, superiors will be notified. Before using an articulating lift, operators must inspect the safety harness while making sure there are no rips or tears. Next, operators must go over the maintenance checklist to make sure the machine is working properly. Make sure to place overhead hazard signs around the working perimeter. Once the machine inspection has taken place, you may enter the lift. Always remember that while in the carriage, you must apply the safety harness, which should be worn at all times. It is essential to mind your surroundings while in the genie boom to ensure safety for everyone. When operation is complete, make sure to lock out the machine and then you can unstrap your safety harness. Harsco Industrial Patterson-Kelley doesn't require a harness for scissor lifts. When dealing with electrical work, electrical components must be locked out. When live work is being conducted, proper protective equipment must be in use. Proper PPE must be in use per NFPA 70E. Live work is only allowed for troubleshooting. When working above 4 feet, contractors must be tied off. Before any work begins, the contractor must fill out a roof permit and the contractor will install temporary anchorings for tie-offs on sloped roofs or when fall-through hazard exists and a 6-foot perimeter cannot be erected. On roof areas wider than 50 feet, they shall also have a perimeter safety line. When work is being conducted on the roof, the contractor must have at least a 2-person team, conduct a roof inspection, have a safety monitor within speaking and peripheral vision, and the safety monitor should have no other tasks. There should be a 6-foot perimeter when working without mobile equipment and a 10-foot perimeter when mobile equipment is in use. The perimeter will be a visible tape or a rope with flags on it. If there are any questionable areas on the roof, they must be premeditated and marked. Employees must be tied off at all times, no exceptions while working around the areas. We hope that you will take the information you learned today and apply it to your everyday practice and help us uphold our value of zero harm. Thank you for watching.